All right, how about it, y'all? You got Hog? So it's mid-season. You know what that means. It's time for your friends list to start looking a little empty. Everybody's kind of hitting a brick wall. Well, not everybody, but a lot of folks. And I think everybody experiences it. Start the season real fresh, hit it hard, you're playing all the time, and then you start hitting a dry spell as far as your item drops go and stuff, and it starts to get a little grindy. And then before you know it, you're done. You're not playing anymore. Um, Losing contact with your buddies that you made, not being active anymore. It turns into a kind of a snowball effect. So I was thinking about this the other day, and it happened to me a couple weeks ago. Um, and I persevered, and now I'm having a blast again. And so I wanted to share some tips and all with how to get through the wall, how to bust through, oh yeah, bust through that wall.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
No,
That's your theme song
no,
for
the
your.
fuck it ain't. I ain't from goddamn the mountains. All right, so the number one thing I can tell you, don't stop playing. That's the number one thing. I know that's like counteracts everything, but if you're hitting the brick wall, the only way to get through that is to continue to play the game. Okay? So I sat here, I was feeling kind of, I guess, Diablo drunk a little bit, and for me, what helped is I went to D2R and did the season start, and it didn't take me very long to come right back, and I was refreshed. There's some other things you can do too, like y'all join a community. So if you're playing solo or you don't have a bunch of people to play with, it's easy to join a community. So the first thing you can do is go to our description, my description here, and click the link. That'll bring you to our Discord, and we got a bunch of folks in there, and we friendly. We have a good time. It's a kind of a snowflake free zone, but it's a bunch of it's just like a clubhouse. It's awesome. There's a lot of guys in there. We can do a lot of different things.
I waited 1,500 years for this. Should I return to my slumber?
I done told you once, and I'm gonna tell you again, that you're gonna return to your slumber in a coffin if you ever interrupt me when I'm making a YouTube video again. That enchantress, she is something else, I'm telling you. Anyway, join a community, you can have a blast. That can really add some spice to the game and all that. Because it's one thing to sit here and talk to people when you're typing. It's another thing to join a community where you can all communicate, either voice or in a poster board or message board type situation. Share all kind of things. We don't just talk about Diablo, talk about all kind of things. Because there's all different kind of folks from all over the world in there. So that's an option. When you do that, it just adds a little flavor to the game. And the other effect of that is you'll get people that like to theory craft. You'll get people that have builds that aren't on max roll and stuff like that. You'll get access to guys that hoard EN keys and puzzle rings. Like all of that is there. You'll be able to do like what we're fixing to do in my community is I'm fixing to gear up anybody that needs a support character, and we're going to start doing 150 pushes. Okay. So that'll help you get your Paragon. That's all kind of things that you can do in a community. And if you're looking for another community beside Discord, you just come down here in game and click on your communities or hit Shift O, and you can either join our clan, Plebs for Life, okay, or you come down here and you join one of these other communities, and these are basically just chats, right? So if I want to look for Matus, I just click on the. If I don't crash my game here, there we go. Click on this, and you can join. But this will also give you a separate chat room. You see right here, season. Well, maybe you can't because I'm probably in the way, but season meta groups. It'll tell you looking for a Z barb, whatever. So that brings me to my next point. Try a new build that you haven't done before. So if you always play a Crusader, and you're playing a Crusader this season and you're bored, well, there's a reason for that. It's because you're playing Crusader nonstop. There's a bunch of other classes. If you've played Monk the whole time, play something else. That will give you a whole nother take at the game. It'll give you a whole nother grind. It'll give you a whole nother character to learn, the mechanics and how they act and what's their weaknesses and strengths and all that stuff. There's a refresher right there. Same thing with that is start down the meta path. So if you don't know what metas are, it's the most efficient tactic available. And right now it's running 2 supports and a Rift Guardian killer and a Trash killer. So if you've never done that, if you've never hit a 150, if you have low Paragon, now's your time to build a ZDH or a Z-Barb. And I'm going to pin right here what a ZDH is. I did a video on a ZDH, how to build a ZDH. I got a video on a Z-Barb fixing to come out in the next couple days. So if you build these, you will be invited to all kind of other end game. And that's what you want to be doing in this game. If you're not playing the end game a lot, and it's not about leaderboard or pushing the 150, you know, like if you're bored and there's nothing else to do, then start pushing the end game. That's what it's there for. Gives you a whole nother obstacle to push and start min-maxing your gear and all that, because min-maxing your gear does matter. So if your gear, you think your gear is real good, so I'll go into that next point. Check all your gear. Work towards getting the best gear that you possibly can. Okay, so perfect example is the stuff that I have now. This is my speed build. I do this for 90s and T16s running around with a wizard, okay? But I like playing with it. I like upgrading. So after I broke through the wall, I started finding primals. Like just today, I crafted a Primal Guardian set, helm, and bracers. Now, they're not great, but it's pretty cool. And this wasn't 10,000 rolls. I didn't sit here in front of the computer and roll over and over. This bracers was the 15th roll. I rolled 20 at a time. So you never know what's going to happen. I've actually had a lot of primals drop today. I've been running 90s. That's the secret of primals. Just run 90s over and over and over and over and over. You can do that too. Yeah, that's not fun, but it gives you something else to work for. You know, but like this right here, I think my build's badass, right? And then you look at your belt and you're like, oh, I hadn't found this belt. I got to go get it. Then you can find an upgrade and replace it. So that's something to do as well. But the metas are a big deal. Once, I'm telling you right now, if you ain't done metas and you make a ZDH, it's the easiest one to do. I highly recommend starting with a ZDH. 0 damage Demon Hunter. You can't die. Don't worry about anything. It takes no skill when you're first starting with it. That's going to be your ticket to playing with all kind of people. All kind of really good players. ZDH can get in there. Paragon shoots up. Your item quality that you get is better. The gem ups that you're able to obtain are better, which means you're able to augment 150. Like, that's the key. Okay, so if you're bored and you're not doing that, try that. And I'll be glad to help you out. If you want to get a sample of a meta run, join in our Discord and just hit me up. I'll be glad to help you out. Ain't no problem. So the other thing, and maybe I'll get a little flame for this. Run key warden rifts. I'll show you what I mean. When you kill a key warden, you get these infernal machines, and they open a realm. So let's do one real quick.
Still waiting.
I'm still waiting. Oh, hush. Hey, you come in here. Open that up. Y'all stink. You get these idols here. Idol of Terror, Vial of Putridness. I guess they're not idols. They're just like crafting materials, right? So, Heart of Fright, Idol of Terror, Vial of Putridness, Leoric's Regret. So each key that you do drops one of these. You can actually make Hellfire Amulets. If you haven't played with this, it's something pretty cool to play with. It'll give you something to do for a couple of days. So when you craft one of these, it gives you a random class passive. So if you're really into crafting like I am, you know, you like playing with all these passives. So what it will do for you is you can craft power hungry, which let's see, I'll show you one that I crafted. I got real lucky. It's not a great craft. Here it is. So I crafted this one, and you see it's got power hungry passive. So that allows me on my lightning build to drop this power hungry, deal 30% additional damage, and I'm able to pick up audacity, which gives basically I'm dealing 30% damage every damn where I go. Extra damage. So that's a kind of a positive you can play with. Not saying that's going to break the game or whatever. It's just something extra to do. Okay. Another thing you can do is hunt for cosmetics. So as everybody's probably seen, the rainbow goblin wings, everybody in the Discord that has them, they love giving me crap about it. They're like, oh, check this out, Hawg. Check out my wings. La la la. Yeah, I can't find them. It pisses me off. I really want them. So you can go on the hunt for them. Here's one of them that I did find, the falcon wings. It drops from a chest in Pandemonium 2, I believe it is. Pandemonium 1 or 2. I know somebody will tell me in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's 2. But, you know, you can do things like that. You can hunt for transmogs. There's a couple pages on Google that you search, and they'll tell you about transmogs, where to find them and all. I'll show you what I mean by transmogs. You can come over here to old McGee over here, Miriam, the Mystic, and you can take your shoulders, for example, and you can change the way they look. Just basics of the game, okay? So, but you can find these in the world, and sometimes they're just like the rainbow goblins. They are real rare to spawn, and they only spawn from a random chest that's dropped at a certain time. So you have to look those up online, or I'm probably going to do a separate video on some of those to find. Yeah, the rainbow sword's another one. It's pretty awesome. But if you into transmogs, that's something that you can hunt after. Again, there's a guide online about it. Rainbow portraits one, all kind of different stuff. So that's just another thing. So another thing too, if you like to help folks like I do, y'all come over here and open this chat up and just start helping, right? There's all kind of folks looking for power levels all the time, or gear leeches, or all of that stuff. So just look in your general chat and you'll see people saying, hey, can I get a gear leech? Hey, can I get a power level, a PL? Hey, can I get this? Hey, can someone help me do this? Hey, la la la. If you're bored and there's nothing else to do, go help somebody out. Go help somebody run 90s. That'll take your mind off of the mediocrity of having to run over and over and over, or run bounties, host a public bounty game and offer people to come in, right? Host a rainbow goblin game. So it kind of goes back to trying a new build. You know, you can build you a witch doctor angry chicken build, and then jump right into doing a rainbow goblin farm. I'll have a video up about that in a few days as well. So if you really want to find those wings, you can have at it. But helping people out, I almost feel like you'll get good karma that way. Stuff will start dropping for you. So that's up to you, but paying it forward does help, and it does help take your mind off of the grind that you're going to experience, you know, trying to break through the wall. It is a little bit of a grind, but once you break through it, once you get to about 2,000 Paragon, it starts easing up a little bit, because you see progression. You see your character starting to get better. You see that you're able to do 145s and 150s and stuff like that. So, hell, if you really don't want to do any of this, try the campaign. If y'all haven't played the campaign, I'm one of these guys. I like the lore. I follow it. I know all about D1 lore, D2 lore, into D3. It all ties together real nice. That's why some of y'all flame me kind of hard about talking about D4 is the next game. And they're like, no, it's still different games. No, it's not. If you play the game like it's actually supposed to be played, besides just logging in on multiplayer, all the story ties together. So it's pretty interesting. If you hadn't played the campaign, it's fun. It might tide you over for a day, but you're missing the full experience of the game, in my opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. I always like to say that. But you're missing out on a lot of the game experience if you haven't done it. So set it to hard and enjoy yourself and play it. It's just a nice experience. Another thing, here's a cool little thing you can do. So this is what I was looking at the other day. You can right click on your portrait and click on view leaderboards. Let me see if I can get this chat to go away. I hate this chat. All right, let's do view leaderboard. Now, you can look at all kind of different things. So solo wizard, overall, you can drop this down. You can click on the different sets that there are. You can do a no set list. This is pretty interesting. If you want to try to compete with some of these people, check it out. So one thing I was interested in was magnum opus. I had a couple primal pieces drop, and looks like people are finally starting to get up there. But earlier on in the game, you could get number 10 or 11 on the leaderboard and do a 110. Now people are finally starting to get up there. But that's just something to think about. If you wanted to try a new build and try something that nobody's really done, because you can look and find something that's really low. I don't know about this late in the season. Okay, here's one. Roland's 116. You could work real hard and try to beat that. Just depends. That's just an idea, right? Something to do. Now, if you're real brave, which I'm not, I ain't gonna try it. You can always try a hardcore character, but I ain't the guy to talk to about it, to ask. I have too much lag. I have too much bad luck. It ain't for me. No. So, but that's always something to try. You can dip your toe in there to hardcore. Always remember there's a weekly challenge rift. So, something to think about. You also have your Conquest. So, you can chase the leaderboards on Conquest, or you can just do them. Because a lot of people forget you have this banner here. You can customize this, do all kind of stuff, but it depends on what achievements that you get. So you can start chasing achievements if you want to. So you got all of these different, like adventure mode. Okay, this one's locked because I haven't got the achievement. Feats of strength. I got all of these because I did whatever the achievement was. Some of them are real easy. Some of them are hard. Some of them you get from the season. So that's another thing you can do. You can chase, I guess it kind of ties in with cosmetics, but you can chase all of that. And you can make your own challenges. So I guess this ties back into the community thing, but we had a wild idea one day. We made a video of it, but there was 4 of us. We said, let's get 4 support characters and see how high we can push GR wise. And we started at like a 2. And we worked up and worked up and worked up and worked up until we couldn't complete it anymore. We all put on Aretha Lightning just so we could get a little bit of damage. And we had a blast. It was fun. I'm going to pin it right here so y'all can see it. We just had a blast. It doesn't always have to be about, running 90s and running this. And again, that kind of comes back to my, don't follow max roll stuff to the T kind of stuff. Again, it's not hating on max roll. Damn it. Just saying. Have fun with the game. It's supposed to be here for fun, right? So if you get so keyed into, I want to be like the top gamers and all of this, you're going to burn out. You're going to hit the brick wall. You're going to smash your head against the wall and say, I'm done playing this because I'm just done. I can't find anything. I can't do anything. So again, it's about having fun. So do some stuff that doesn't make sense. It would be a waste of time. But in reality, you had a good time. You had fun playing with your buddies and, whatever. You can look back and talk about it and laugh. And you had, that's the whole point of the game. The game's supposed to be fun. Let's see. Do the seasonal journey. So if you ain't done it, that's something you can work on. See if I can even get this thing up. Nope. I know some of y'all are screaming at the thing. Hawg, you stupid ass. All you have to do is do that. Yep. Okay. So I'm done with mine. But if you ain't done it, do it. It's a lot of fun. It is challenging some aspects of it, but it's not that bad. I do have a video on this as well. How to do it, how to knock it out real quick. you know, whatever. Another thing you can do is set dungeons. Every set in the game has a set dungeon. If you've seen my, I'll pin it here. But if you've seen my set dungeon video with Tal Rasha, I went into rage mode. I ain't done that since I was, I don't know, 11 years old. It made me so mad. It was so hard, but that's a real challenge. All of those are hard, especially if you try to master them. So give that a try. That might be something to keep you preoccupied, but I guess my point is if you keep doing stuff and you keep pushing through, you're gonna get the items you need. It's just a matter of time. It does start dropping. It does start getting better. You'll have days where you don't find shit, and then you'll have days like today, y'all, it has rained. I found like 4 primals today. Now, yeah, I've played all day just about. I've played for like 5 hours so far, but it's worth it. Like I found primal towels. Like, yeah. And Echo and Fury, I just got to show you all that transmog, so don't judge me, Judge. But, like, look at all these primals. And, yeah, you know, a lot of guys think I'm crazy because these are a lot of forgotten souls. No, I'm a hoarder. I collect things. I like to collect all of them. And this ain't even all of them. And I got some that are in use other places. So, again, my point is, try this list. I hope it helps out. Because I know a lot of us have hit a wall. And I like playing with everybody. And it hurts my heart when everyone's playing something else. And I just want to be like, come here, let me hug you. Hog's here. Let me tell you how to break through this wall. Because it sucks. I mean, I know it does. But guys, don't hesitate to join our community. If you need some people to play with, we got you. It's an awesome place. Hey, make sure to hit subscribe for me. Appreciate the channel growth. Appreciate the support. Y'all are kick ass. But I'm going to get out of here and make some more videos for y'all. We'll see you next time.